Florida passed a financial literacy bill.
I've heard very little about that. So
I mean, there's not
a
much you need to
rundown
know.
would
It's
be
just
appreciated.
yeah, not much too much you need to know. It's just the in classrooms they want to teach. They now teachers have to teach students more about money and
Money
managing
management,
money,
yeah.
like credit, because those things you need to know
I have
after
heard
high
about
school.
that,
And a
yeah.
lot of kids they know the very not even the basics. I'd say like the very surface level things.
They don't know.
They don't know
like,
anything like that's gonna get them through
They
it. And like,
graduate high school.
credit is
yeah.
important. Like when you have, like let's say bad credit, you can't get loans on
can't
a
get a
house, you
loan,
can't
you
buy
can't
a
buy a
car.
car.
Like
Nope.
there's a lot of things you need to know for you to be successful with your money, like after college or during college even. But yeah, what do you think about?
So the bill is talking about.
I believe it's in
Okay,
favor
what
of
did it? It's in
teaching kids.
favor of teaching.
Yeah,
Okay.
Do you think that's a good thing?
I think that's a great
Yeah.
thing. I
Yeah.
mean, I know I definitely would have liked to learn a lot more about credit or taking out loans
Yeah.
or filing taxes, in school, because the classes here, there's very little emphasis on it. I know senior year, when you guys take Gov, that's technically supposed to be your
IAP government.
your U.S. government requirement and also economics at the same time, because technically
I mean,
government
there's an AP economics class.
there is, but Summit just
We don't have
they
that,
just
yeah.
combine it into one.
Okay.
I don't know how they can pass that off as that, because I don't really remember anything in that class that is talking about economics, really.
I mean, a big argument against it was, people were saying, it's going to take up like an elective slot, but like you got to think about the future and like yes,
Yeah.
electives are helpful for finding your interest, but you still have at least
Well,
one, and then you have time after
yeah.
school to do that.
For
Like
sure, not
Mhm.
everybody's going to college. They don't care
Yeah.
about electives that
Exactly,
much.
true.
So,
if
so,
you're
like,
just getting a job straight out of high
yeah, I
school,
mean,
then
what are you gonna do with
need
your
to know
money?
about
How am I gonna pay
yeah,
taxes?
exactly.
How am I gonna get a
Like,
good credit score?
you don't have
so
to
when I'm
go
later, I
into,
can
like,
buy stuff.
how to like trade in the stock market.
Yeah,
Or, like you
no.
don't have to go in depth in
No.
those kind of things, but just like
The
the basic
basic
money
There's
necessities.
index
management.
funds.
Yeah.
They can they tell them, put your money in this, because there's like funds where if you put $1 and like wait 20 years, it's gonna be like 10,000. I don't know how it works, but it's like
The
it's
interest rates,
projected
man.
Yeah.
to like grow every year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, like we don't have to go. You don't have to go too deep, but like kids need
Yeah.
to know these things, or else what happens when they're in the real world? They're independent and
Mhm.
they don't know how to, they don't know how to like, put their money in a bank, or they don't know how to be able to.
Open a checking
Yeah,
account.
they don't know what credit
Make a
score
credit
is. They
score.
don't know what checkings and savings accounts are. Like,
Or even on that
lost.
note, like people don't get taught that you can start building your credit score like
yeah,
as young as I don't know, at least 16, maybe earlier.
16. Wow.
Yeah,
I
like
thought it
if
was
your
18.
parents
Oh.
if your parents get you like a checking account, and then they put your name on the credit card as like I don't remember what the term is, but as like a second person on there. Like,
Yeah.
if they see once credit card companies see the credit score that's or banks, whoever, once they see the credit card score that's on there,
Yeah.
and they see you as like a second holder or whatever, like that boosts your credit score to like an already very good spot, assuming
Nice.
the credit score is good on the other ones. So
The advice I've seen online is to get a credit card as young as 18, and then like buy stuff, pay it on time.
exactly, it's the same thing as that,
Uh,
just 2 years earlier. you
Yeah.
know?
I feel like, bro, I'm so like going back to the this college stress thing. I'm thinking about so much about I'm not doing have to get into a good college. I need to do more extracurriculars, whatever. I haven't even really thought about like learning all these things. I do Boy Scouts,
Mhm.
and we've done like there's like a merit badge where you have to. It's called personal finance. You
Uh-huh.
learn about these things, so I'm lucky enough to have that.
That's
but
a good thing to learn about.
aside from that,
That's
it was
good.
like I haven't really worried about this, and it was like I need to think about this. Like I'm always like stressing about like my grades. I'm not. That's like if anything, my grades are fine. Like I feel my grades are good, and the only thing that the grades are good, but then I start procrastinating because my grades are good. Because I think
Yeah, I have the
they're
same
just gonna stay
problem.
like that, so I just
Yeah.
start procrastinating. Hopefully that doesn't transfer to college, but I like stress a lot over like just extracurriculars because that's like when you're applying for a top college, like everyone has that high GPA is what they say, but it's like what you're doing outside of school or what you're doing in your
Exactly.
school community that sets you apart. So I'm
Yeah.
stressing so much about that. I haven't even worried about this
Mhm.
financial literacy and
Thing I've
learning
heard about
taxes
college
and all